Teague, sophomore Bree Mobley, and head coach Adell Harris. We'll start with an opening statement from Coach, followed by questions for the student athletes and questions for Coach. Coach?
I think overall the game, both teams kind of sloppy with the turnovers. You got two teams play similar styles. But they kind of took control of the game in the first half, and our kids came back and fought in the second half to kind of get ourselves in position to win. And if we fight for 40 minutes, I think we get a W today.
Questions for the student athletes?
Nikai, defensively in the second half, I noticed you guys kind of bailed on the zone and went to a lot of switching. And talk about how that played, or you know, how much did that play into your strength personally? It seemed like that really got you energized onto the boards and getting some people out in transition.
As a team, we are an aggressive team. In the zone, we was too laid back. So we felt that as a team, getting into man, using our strength and our speed to stop them and get the rebounds and the offensive rebounds.
Bree, with Shatia still not here and having to play a little more point than you're probably used to wanting to do, how does your mindset change as far as keeping everybody involved and keeping the offense flowing? It seemed like it took a little longer to get that started tonight for you guys.
Yeah, it's still kind of uncomfortable. It's not what I naturally want to do, but if I have to do it, then I will.
This is for either one of you. Coach mentioned there, fight for 40 minutes. After the weekend and the struggles, did it take you a little longer to get into things mentally tonight?
Well, a lot of times when we get down, we break apart. So tonight, we just told each other that we was going to play for each other and keep fighting and not let the lead get too far.
I know it's early in the season, same thing for either one of you. I know it's early in the season and there's still time to turn this around, but do you feel a little disappointed that you maybe have let something get away from you that could have been a little better?
Bree, why don't you take this one?
Of course, a lot of games we played could have been won. And basically it's because we haven't been playing consistent the whole 40 minutes of a game. We'll turn off and turn on. So.
That's all.
Any other questions for the student athletes?
That's all I got for 2 minutes.
Move to questions for Coach.
Adell, how do you flip the switch? It seemed like it was a slow build tonight, and then about 5 minutes in the second half, that was the team that were wanting. That was the team you saw in the first couple games. It felt like.
Yeah, how do I flip the switch? You know, I don't know. I'm just, you know, for lack of better words, just kind of ticked off. Like I just want us all to be that way. Like just get upset about the whole situation. Because we're just getting outworked in spurts. And to me, that should be unacceptable. I understand, you know, we're young, we don't know how to do everything execution-wise. I'm not perfect in every decision I make, but to just go out and impose your will on your opponent takes very little natural talent or execution.
The turnovers in the first half just seemed like they weren't even coming out of, you know, it just the ball's bouncing off of people, the ball's flying out of Kelvin's hands. How do you, as a coach, when it's stuff like that that isn't correctable by anything that you can draw on a chalkboard, how do you keep the girls from getting too down on themselves?
I think our kids are tough when they want to be. I'm a firm believer that all 13 kids in our locker room are underdogs. They've been told they can't do something plenty of times. I just thought we were being a little soft and not who we are. And so, yeah, it's disappointing. I let them know about it. And I think we did a better job in the second half of having just those careless turnovers. At least our turnovers were more aggressive, more attacking turnovers, which I can live with any day. But, yeah, I talked about it at the half.
It seemed tonight, I don't know, again, this is my first game seeing y'all tonight, so is that slide under on Kelva's little floater, is that happened before? I mean, she had 5 fouls and 4 charges. And
That's
lot
a
of-
scouting report thing. VCU came in here and said, they drive it, let's step over and take the charge. That's a simple scouting report thing. I've seen them play every game this year. They do take the charge. We talked about it in our scout, but they came in here today and wanted to take a charge every possession. And if they had 4 on Kelva, I'm sure they had almost 10 for the game. I thought they got some other people as well. So give them credit for stepping over and you know, stopping baskets. That's one way to stop Kelva Atkins.
I'll ask you the same question I asked those two there. It's early. You have a lot of time to get this thing back on track. But do you feel like there's been some missed opportunities at this point?
Sure. I'm sure a lot of coaches feel like that at this point because it's not a finished product. What you want is just to have excellent effort. So you have something really to go back to and say, okay, we don't do this well, let's tighten this up. But we really can't get an idea of what's good and what's bad because it's an effort thing first. And so we got to correct that. But no, we shouldn't have it all figured out today. You know, it's December 2nd. But the month of December is an important month for us. The next 14 days are key in our improvement. And before we go home for Christmas, we got 3 games. And we gotta turn things around and play better and feel better about our performance.
Any other questions?
Just one more. Ryan played so well in the first few games, and then tonight, is it just a brain thing, or just like she threw a couple shots that I didn't even catch the rim, and that's kind of stunning to see from her.
Yeah. You know, I thought all of us had a little difficult time finishing at the goal. We shot 29% and 24% in the second half, so all of us did. And it's not a secret we need Ryan Flowers to be able to catch and make layups. And so, again, something we'll address and we'll try to improve. But very correctable. I mean, you look at the big picture, it's correctable. Our effort's correctable. Making layups is correctable.
Any other questions? Ladies, thank you.